Welcome to your first project of the semester. We are going to be making cereal bowls. Cereal bowls. I know everybody likes to eat cereal. Before you start this project, you should have already done the intro to pinch pots. Okay, so if you haven't done intro to pinch pots yet, you need to do that first before you do this, because this is going to make the cereal bowl. So I'm gonna pop on into my clay bag, and I'm gonna pull out the clay that I use to practice making pinch pots. And I have this huge lump of clay. First thing I want to do is make sure it's nice and squishy and not super hard. Okay, so I think this will be squishy enough for me to work with. I'm gonna pull off probably a good fistful. I'm going to use this at the end of the project, so I'm going to save this little chunk of clay and put it back in the bag. You are going to need to work this clay into a consistent state. It's too large to compact, so we're going to work on a technique called wedging. If you don't have a table that's strong enough, make sure you have concrete somewhere outside. Clean it, like sweep it, maybe hose it off so it's super clean, let it dry, and then you're going to have to get down on the floor and do this technique on the floor. And this is going to make all of our clay the same level of wetness and dryness throughout. The word for that is called homogeneous. Okay, so we're going to homogenize our clay doing a technique called wedging. All right, to wedge our clay, we're going to start with our blob of clay, and I'm going to put one hand on either side and just gently push down until my pinkies touch the table. And then I'm going to rock it up a little bit, rotate my hands, push down until my pinkies touch the table. I'm going to do this over and over again, and you're going to work up a sweat, and I'm kneading the clay. Just kneading the clay. The goal of this is to get any air bubbles that are inside out, and if you have really wet spots and really dry spots, this makes the clay all the same uniformity. So notice how it's not going out real long like a hot dog. I'm keeping it together, kind of in the shape of a potato, and it has this ram's head look. Okay, so it should start to build layers. This is a technique that's going to take lots and lots of practice, okay? And that's all right. Once I feel like I've kneaded it enough, this is called wedging. I've wedged my clay to where I think I can do good work with it. Okay, I'm going to roll it up on its tail, pushing down and rock and roll up onto its tail. So now it's been rolled all the way in. The ends are kind of messy. I've got this chunkiness spiral going on. So I don't want that, because that's going to start to catch air bubbles, and air bubbles make things explode. So I'm going to put my hand on the clay. I'm going to rock it from side to side, kind of like a football. And I'm going to rotate, like roll it as I rock it. Okay, so rocking and rolling. All right, rocking and rolling. Okay, I've rocked and rolled it, and now my edges are all pushed in. There's no air trapped. And now I'm going to compact the ends. Okay, I'm going to smack it to make sure the ends are nice and tight. Flip it over, compact the other side. I'm going to keep going until I have roughly a ball shape. Okay, work on that. That's step one. See you back for part 2.